Good day and welcome this week, Coach Kohr, Innovative Teacher. Awesome. Coach Kohr, what were you trying to accomplish with this project, man?
Well, in general, I think it's really important for 8th graders going into 9th grade to understand how to do a research project, understand what's important about it as far as like finding reliable sources and preparing to write beforehand. All those steps of the writing process, as well as citing your sources. Really, I'm just trying to get them to understand how to do everything on the computer and how much easier it can make it if they use Word, if they use all the resources that are available, like Citation Machine. And I mean, that's the main focus for me, I guess.
That's cool, that's cool. So like sort of a combination of goals as far as with tech and with just English?
Yeah, definitely. I have a background in English that I try to emphasize there too and try to help them out with that. And also just showing them the tools as far as the bulleted lists, making an outline on Word, laying everything out to make it easier for them visually, using PowerPoint to show them what is okay and what is not okay as far as sources are concerned, Wikipedia and everything. And the works cited using Citation Machine and stuff like that. So.
Cool. What do you think went well, man?
I really think the sources stuff went well. Finding the sources, it's something that's really tough for them. Some of them really struggle with it, but if you just, we kept with it, and I think it ended up, we did a pretty good job. Now they know we can't use Wikipedia. We got to try and find .edu, .gov. And just preparing for it kind of, once we got to the writing part, it really wasn't a big deal for them because they knew exactly what they were going to write.
Okay.
So all that legwork in the beginning definitely helped out, for sure.
What do you think you'd change about how you did this, man?
What I would change is I might budget a little bit more time for the initial steps. Like, I probably only spent like 30 minutes on going over how to find reliable sources. Maybe I should have spent more time because then it was like a lot of asking me, hey, is this reliable or not?
Okay.
When maybe I could have done more there so they could have done that more on their own. And then just giving them maybe a couple extra days on the finding their sources and outlining it, because some of them saw the other students starting to write already, and they saw me going over how to write it, and they think, oh, I have to rush, I have to get this done. Yeah. Maybe I shouldn't have put that pressure on them and kind of just like taken a step back and said, hey, no one's allowed to start writing this until, this next day. Let's keep focused on this pre-writing process.
Do you think I know we've sort of talked about like with the topic selection. Do you how describe the issues with that? I mean,
well, I tried to make it clear at the beginning to the kids if they wanted to, they needed to choose broad topics. For example, like some students who really aren't that motivated in class wanted to choose like 1999 Honda Civic to do their research paper on.
Yeah.
I tried to tell them why it's important that they should just do cars because they're not going to find 3 reliable sources about a Honda Civic. They didn't really understand that, and maybe that's something I should have gone over a little bit more and tried to be a little bit more, serious about.
Do you think this is an experience as far as because these are 8th graders transitioning to the high school, this has prepared them?
I hope so. I mean, they can't say next year. I mean, they probably will, but they can't say, oh, I never did an outline. Oh, I never did a works cited. I never did all this stuff. I'm trying to throw everything at them that they will see in high school and beyond, because it's important for them to at least see it and do it. No matter if they're not doing it perfectly, at least they tried it.
Yeah.
So that it's not the first time once out there just stunned when they hit 9th grade.
Even just something as simple as hey, here's a website called EasyBib or Citation Machine. Here's how you use it. Because I know just throwing that MLA handbook. We have a website now that does that. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, thank you very much, Coach. Congratulations. Tune in next week for some more good stuff. All right, Coach. Okay, Coach Kohr. So what did you do, man?
Well, in my 8th grade technology class, we're working on about a 2-week-long research project. The students pick out a topic. What do they think is the most important type of technology to our society? And then they do a research project on that topic. I have the project broken down so that we do one step of the project per day or per a couple days, depending on how much time that step takes. The first thing we do is we go over PowerPoint and I kind of teach them how to find reliable sources. Once they understand that they can't use Wikipedia, they should look for like .edu and .gov. They should make sure that their sources are legit. Once they figure that part out, then they go ahead and they try to find 3 reliable sources. When they find their 3, they copy and paste the URLs into a journal entry on Moodle and submit that to me. I check those submissions of those 3 URLs to make sure that they are okay, to make sure they're reliable, and that they have enough information so that the student will be able to use it for their research project. The next step after that, if they get all 3 of theirs approved, they go on to what I call a resource information page, where they're going to put their 3 URLs onto there, and they're going to put all the information that they want to use from each source under each URL, so that they can see where they got the information that they want to use from for when they go to cite it, and so that they can use it in the future. The next step of it is the outline. So the outline kind of prepares them for writing, and they're going to use the resource information page to take that information and put it into certain spots and organize it so that they can keep a good focus and organization for their paper. I have it split up. I have templates there for it. I have a video for it. I have directions written in English and Spanish. I have a lot of ESL students in the class. For every part of this, I also have examples that I put on the board, and I kind of demonstrate and show them as well. So, like I said, for the outline, they have an intro. They have to come up with their hook and their thesis. They have to put bulleted information under each body paragraph, and for each body paragraph, they have to come up with a focus for that body paragraph, which helps them not only stay organized, but also know where to put what type of information, and then they have to do a sentence or 2 about their conclusion to get ready. The next step is obviously writing the research paper. So they write the research paper, and I have a video for that and whatnot. That's pretty self-explanatory. The next part, just kind of break up the monotony of everything. I have them do a title page. Obviously, there is a use for the title page, but they like to get a picture and stuff like that and use word art, so it kind of gives them a day where they get to be a little bit more creative. They don't have to just read and write the whole time, so that gives them a different aspect of it. After the title page, the last part is doing the works cited page. That part is pretty intense for them. We use Citation Machine, which is a website that if you just input all